Well, let's start with Tech Fest. You know what I mean? You guys looking forward to playing the show tonight?
Yeah.
And obviously tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Mainly tonight, just because that's the next thing on the schedule. Really excited about that. And we owe Simon Garrett a lot as well. We know that he has single-handedly introduced our music to a lot of people. So it's nice to. It's kind of like, it's nice to be here because it's the first time here in the UK performing. But it's also just nice to be here to kind of be able to thank him on stage for helping us a lot, because that's what it's all about really. When he's personally introduced our music to us, that's how shit works, you know. So we're really excited.
Yeah, and the new record, is it completely the same process as the first one, or?
No. It didn't end up that way though. Yeah. It was made in songwriting. I guess it's the same kind of concept. Yeah. We got Kelly and Vignir more. They're co-writing 3 songs. Yeah.
And was that like a conscious decision? We want to include other people in the.
Yeah, we tried that. It worked in a couple of songs, so I'm really happy with that, and hopefully to continue more like that. I don't think we write like most bands. It's more of a conscious effort. Oh, that sounds arrogant. But we sit down to write. We're not jamming in a.
Sure. It's a very pragmatic approach to it, rather than trust into luck sort of thing.
Yeah, it can be a lengthy process, but in a way you just. It's an interesting process because you're because he writes the instrumental parts and then sends it over to me, and then I have to somehow, not hustle stuff. I just have to. It just have to make sense emotionally for me, and I have to hear the melody. The melodies come pretty quickly.
Sure.
And I would be writing pretty generic, boring stuff if I wouldn't get as amazing and interesting, thought-provoking stuff like Tote writes. So it's like we need each other, and by doing it this way, we give each other the space and the opportunity to push our own boundaries and to do stuff the other one wouldn't be thinking about doing again. So no chance could I ever write a song like Tote, and there's so many harmonic and different ideas that he has that I would never think about. And hopefully I'm doing something with the voice that he would never think about.
I can't sing.
I'm not so sure. We should try it out tonight.
With subject matter with the new album, does obviously the last record was sort of a concept in and of itself.
Yeah.
Is there any similar thematic elements that?
Definitely. I like the word thematical also. Yeah. Because we don't want to use the word concept, but there are
just still thematic.
There are themes. There is an undergoing theme, and there's a red thread throughout the entire album lyrically, but also especially like you said before in another interview, you thought we know now. Because of what we did with a long time listener, you know how I work and I know how you work, and we tried to earlier be on the same, just same vibe with where are we heading emotionally with this album, and themes, stuff like that. For me lyrically it's focused more on anger and anxiety, because that was just what I was dealing with at that time of my life, and so I just wanted to create this not a beast, but really just some kind of a metaphor for create some kind of life and death and some kind of a journey within the album. That's why we used the title Destrier, because it's like a horse that's bred for war. So this album is basically my Destrier, because it's basically just created for war. It's created to approach the anger and anxiety and try to get rid of that. So Tote has, of course, all his insane ideas with the music. So there's definitely a lot of themes going on. We could talk endlessly about it, which I would love. But we need to do a show tonight. So there's definitely themes, and we've done
one of the successes I think that's within the music is how a song can have an underpinning of sadness or melancholy or deep regret or whatever, but still have an essence of jubilance behind it. You know what I mean?
I like that. I'm really glad to hear that.
You know, and I was just wondering, because obviously you create the music and then our camera comes and layers over the top of that. Do you ever think, like I have to give this present this in a certain way, so that because I know the way that Arnold thinks and the way that Arnold's going to lay over
so sad. How can we make it happy?
No, not really. I know he will always do something good, no matter what I do. I sometimes I use ideas that have been with me for a long time, like since I was just a little boy or something, and kind of work with them as an adult. So I kind of get the thinking of a child worked on by an adult. If that makes sense.
No, but it does make sense. It's like, and that duality of like, you know, the happiness and sadness all sort of tied up in a bundle. Because like you are when you're a child, you know, all your emotions are so close together when you're a kid. You know. But just sort of back to more the day to day. Like, do you preparing for a festival show? Like, you know, you're playing for a slightly different crowd. Is that different from like the show in Iceland? You know, would you prepare in a different way at all?
The only thing that annoys me is that there's no time frame, and then we need to think about our set list. And I really hate like thinking about. Well, I really enjoy. I of course want to create a great set, but I think that's the only for me. It's the only difference is that we have a certain amount of time, and we can't go beyond that. Like just take our show at Skura a couple of weeks ago, we played for like 1.5 hours or something like that. That's just fun, but that's also just because we don't know when to stop. No, but the festivals are just, it's an amazing opportunity as well to reach to a lot of people who wouldn't normally come to our shows. So of course we have to think about that as well, but there's no thinking going up on stage at all. We just, hopefully people just see that we're really, really happy about being here and happy that we're given the trust to perform in front of the people of the festival. So I hope it's just obvious that we're really happy to be here.
Well, lots of, walking around talking to people will say, "Oh, who are you looking forward to?"
Yeah.
It's like the first thing out of everyone's lips is, "Oh, Agent Fresco,
okay.
Agent Fresco." So everyone's so excited.
No pressure at all.
There's no pressure.
Let's not
Everyone's just
fuck it up,
just filled with joy to see you guys. You know what I mean?
It's really good to be here.
Bit of a stupid question, but one I'm always intrigued to know. If you could draft any figure from history into Agent Fresco for any reason, on any instrument or just there for atmosphere, who would it be and why?
I only have silly answers, okay?
No.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Bach.
Crazy
Really
classic.
hope to have him in Fresco.
What is this? What is this?
Would that liberate you from the keyboard so you could leave him with the keyboard? You'd be surprised at the amount of politicians that have cropped up, you know.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about Chris Farley, just because I want to see him like crash the stage and just dance with me, just do stuff with me. But that would probably ruin the songs. But it would be so fun. I don't know why. I would bring him in. Yeah, he had such a physical appearance that I really loved. I don't know why I can't see any musicians. So it's difficult because there's we are who we are because we are the four people of us, so there's a certain vibe and there's a certain mix of characters and this chemistry between us, so it's you can't really give any answer because one person, although it could be a genius, could fucking ruin everything. Just depressed idiot or just an asshole, or just didn't understand our humor, because humor is a huge part of us being in a band together. Really have to be into the humor. If not, you're not gonna make it.
No.
Half a day.
It's been a real pleasure again, guys.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
You know, I can't wait to the show.
Me
See
too.
you guys.
I'm getting dizzy now. We put too much, yeah.